Hey everybody, it's Molly with AllEars, and today I'm at Magic Kingdom with an all new video. Today is the Wednesday after Labor Day, and as you may know, Hurricane Dorian has just had its impact on Florida. It came through last night. Luckily, Central Florida was not directly impacted, but because of the threat and the unpredictability of the weather, a lot of people changed their vacation plans, and the parks have been really quiet. They even closed all of the Disney parks early yesterday in an abundance of caution because of the potential rain and wind. But I am here today to show you just what happens at Disney after there's a hurricane. Usually there's not a lot of lines. I've traded in my ears for my hat and my rain jacket just in case we do get a little bit of weather today. But it's going to be really interesting because yeah, some of these lines are not what you expect the 2 days after a national holiday and less than a week after Galaxy's Edge opened. So come along with me and we'll do some exploring. So I just got here, it's about noon, and I parked in Peter Pan 213 in the Magic Kingdom TTC parking lot. Peter Pan's the one directly next to Aladdin, which is the preferred and handicap parking area. So yeah, that's really good. There's no line for the ferry boat, there's no line for the resort monorail, there's no line for the Epcot monorail, so. There was also barely a line at security. Well, I walked right up and was the second person at the table, so yeah, this is weird. So Hurricane Dorian was a huge monster of a storm. It actually went up to a Category 5 storm, and it did a lot of devastating destruction in the Bahamas. The videos are really upsetting, so definitely consider, if you haven't already, maybe making a donation. You can text the Red Cross and they'll do a $10 donation. There's a lot of people that maybe you're like me and you bought a ton of hurricane supplies and water bottles and snacks and now you don't know what to do with it. You can donate it to people that are sending it to people in the Bahamas. So we were really lucky in Central Florida, but not everyone else was as lucky as we were. Here's a sight I've never seen. Look how little line there is in the ice cream parlor on Main Street. Usually this thing has a line out the door. Ugh, the ice cream parlor smells so good. As I was going in there, the cast member let me know that they only had 3 flavors available. They usually have like 8. They only had cookie dough, strawberry, and mint. None of those sound bad to me, but that just means a truck wasn't able to make a delivery because of the hurricane. So there's one impact. If you wanted a different flavor, not today, friend. So when a hurricane is coming, Disney takes a lot of precautions. They will wrap any hanging lanterns with saran wrap. They will saran wrap trash cans together. They will take down any umbrellas, any chairs, anything that's not latched down, they will remove. And then like magic, they get it back up the next day. It's insane. They have cast members, special teams that will be part of ride out crews that will stay here and ride out the hurricane. And then they will help get everything back in place before the park opens. It's literally amazing. A couple years ago, Hurricane Matthew, there were actually like trees that were uprooted, and within hours of it being safe, Disney had covered up where those trees were, completely removed them, and you would have never known that trees had once been there, nor that they had been come crashing down. It's truly incredible. A big thing you may notice that has not been put back up yet, if you look at the castle, there's normally something coming off of it. Kind of looks like a wire. Maybe it's because that's Cinderella's laundry line, or maybe Prince Charming's stealing cable from Tomorrowland, or maybe the castle kept floating away because of all of the magic and Cinderella said, "Fairy Godmother, I need help. Please, my castle's flying away because of all the magic and all the wishes." And Fairy Godmother said, "Bippity boppity boo!" and a wire appeared there and it anchors the castle down to the ground. Maybe it's all of those things. Or maybe it's very important for Happily Ever After and other fireworks for when Tinkerbell flies. Who's to say? I'm not one to spoil the magic, but you know what I'm talking about. Anyway, you can see that that wire has been removed. Whatever it's for, it's not been put back up yet. So one of the best things about the day after a hurricane, because a lot of people changed their trip and their plans because they weren't sure about the weather, and the airport was actually closed for a day, the queue lines are pretty low. I didn't make any fast passes for today. I came here on a whim after knowing that all was clear. So anything I'm able to do, I'm doing in the standby queue and waiting whatever the standby wait is. 15-minute wait for Space Mountain? I'll take that any day of the week.
Attention Space Mountain passengers. Space Mountain is a thrilling, high-speed, turbulent roller coaster.
So it turns out the 15-minute posted time is basically just how long it takes you to walk the queue, because I'm almost to the front already, and I haven't stopped moving until just now, and that's because they didn't open up any of that S-curve. So 15 minutes is very exaggerated. It's probably more like 5. One of the best, one of my all-time favorites, even better without a line. Oh, I giggle like a child every time. Sorry if you heard that. I see that the Tomorrowland Speedway has a 10-minute wait. It looks very short. I haven't ridden this in forever, and I'm very bad at driving the cars, but no day like today. Feel the need for speed. Oh man, we are cruising. Oh no. Take my hat off. We're getting a little dicey out here. I'm not trying to be this bad at this. I'm genuinely horrible at this. Driving my car away? I don't know what that means. It's stuck in the middle of the track. Oh, he's taking it off the track. What have I done? Oh no. I'm sorry, car. You were a brave soldier. Oh, wow. I don't know why I am so bad at driving those cars, but it's truly a skill I have not acquired. Headed into Fantasyland now to see what kind of fun adventures I can do here. As you can see, looking at the flags and the trees, it's still pretty breezy. I mean, it feels great, but that's all because of Dorian. Looks as though Dumbo is a walk-on, so we're obviously gonna walk on.
Hi guys.
Hello.
Welcome to Dumbo.
So Dumbo has this cool playground system where if the line is long, your kids can go play on that cute circus-themed playground, and then you're getting given a beeper like at a restaurant. And then when it goes off, it's your turn to fly with Dumbo. It's really great because you can sit and it's an air conditioning and your kids can play as opposed to waiting outside in the heat. But they're waving you past it today because there's literally no line. Ooh, I have my choice of any color Dumbo. I want the pink one. Maybe this is red. It's a coral. It'll do. I'm ready. Wait.
Just raise the magic lever right in front of you.
Now I'm ready. Oh, that's a good look.
Get ready to...
So now I'm just sitting here with my hat like this, looking like a loser. I got too excited for that video clip. Ooh, up we go. Oh, I love this ride.
Honey elephants. Until Dumbo comes to a stop, then you can walk to the nearest exit.
I do love Dumbo, and now I'm going next door to see what the dealio is with the Barnstormer. A 5-minute wait. I like it. Oh, you can see the wind. It's kind of from the fan, but look at that tree. Cute coaster. This is a really good coaster for kids and big kids like me. There's literally not even a wait time posted for Under the Sea Journey, The Little Mermaid. Guess I'm going to see Ursula.
It began with King Triton, an old man, and Ursula took Ariel's boy.
Since and what since the Lord? You want the
See for yourself. And Ursula's powers. That brings us glossitis, next laryngitis, the voce to me.
Alright, well that ride's cute even though if it's very scary. That is a giant Ursula. I do not care for it. But they literally didn't have a posted wait time. And it literally, we walked right on. And by we, I mean me. But winds are picking up. Here's an example of a popcorn cart they would have kind of closed up for the hurricane. You can see they took the menu off because that could have blown away. They don't have anything out anymore, like popcorn buckets or any extra signage. And they just haven't opened this one back up yet. 15-minute posted wait time for Enchanted Tales with Belle as well. Seven Dwarfs Mine Train has a posted time of 35 minutes, which is pretty short. I'm gonna see if it goes down a little bit, but that's really, really short. Looking at Princess Fairy Tale Hall now. These lines can get up to an hour on a regular day, and it looks like Tiana and Rapunzel's line is 20 minutes posted right now. And same thing over on the other side, which is Cinderella and Elena of Avalor. Gaston also only had about 3 families in line, and I saw a pretty short queue for the fairy godmother and the stepsisters as well. So this is a good time to meet characters. The carousel's a walk on as well, and I want to point out that I'm just walking through Fantasyland and I can move my arms around and not hit anyone, which it's like 2-something in the afternoon. That is not the case on any other day because this land is a traffic jam and it is a stroller parking lot. But right now, I mean, I can do twirls out here. I'm gonna get dizzy, but I can do it. Yeah, that's how empty Fantasyland is right now. Okay then, guess we're going to Neverland. I literally don't know the last time I saw the queue that low. Just hopped in line for Peter Pan's flight. It's posted at a 25-minute wait. I'm gonna see if it's even that long. So far I am moving and grooving, and I'm going into the darling's house. Oh, Nana. Oh, Nana. Oh, father. It's one of my favorite parts of the movie. The posted wait time for Peter Pan's flight was 25 minutes, which is incredibly low for that attraction, and I was actually on it within 15, which is very unbelievable. Usually you only get that low of a queue at like a Halloween party or something. Sometimes not even then. So if you need a proof that the parks are quiet after a hurricane, ta-da! It's a Small World. 5-minute wait as well. Another incredibly popular attraction, one of your favorites and mine, the Haunted Mansion. Currently, the posted wait time is 15 minutes. We're gonna see if it's that long.
A carriage to take you into the boundless realm of the supernatural.
Creepies and crawlies, toads in a pond.
Haunted Mansion had a posted wait time of 15 minutes, and I was in the stretch room within 5. Made it to Frontierland, and I'm gonna see what the mountains over here look like. I've already done Space Mountain. Maybe I can jump on Big Thunder or Splash without long waits. That'd be great, wouldn't it? Splash has a posted 25-minute wait, so you know what? We're doing it. So one thing that's really cute in this Splash Mountain queue is they have these zip locks you can take. They have them on both the regular standby and the fast pass line. You can put your phone in it or your batteries or electronics or something you don't want to get wet. I keep mine in my bag with other things in it, reuse, no throw it away. But also don't be a monster and take like 10, because I've seen multiple people on both sides of the line just grab handfuls of them. You don't have 10 phones, you don't have 10 batteries, you don't need, no, don't do that. That is not very nice. I'm calling you out. It's a good vlog. My hood flew off, and alas. At least I'm wearing a hat today. Ooh, have that Splash Mountain here. Splash Mountain had about a 25-minute posted wait time, and it took just 15, exactly 15. So I actually thought Splash Mountain would be the first one I had to wait the right amount of time or longer, but I didn't. So like, see all these swinging lanterns in the tree? Those would have all been saran wrapped for the hurricane so that the glass didn't break, and then uncovered when they reopened the parks. So here's a good example of a lantern. You can see it's got a bag over it and it's been zip tied. I assume maintenance hasn't had a chance to come get it down yet, but that's the kind of thing they do to all the different lanterns and hanging things around. They'll do bags, they'll do saran wrap, whatever they have to make sure it's secure. You can see they have the lamps wrapped here at Big Thunder Mountain Railroad as well. You can also see it's a 25-minute wait, which is pretty darn good for Thunder Mountain. Popped over to Adventureland to see what the wait was like at one of my all-time favorites, Pirates of the Caribbean, and it's a posted 15-minute wait right now, so you know that means I'm riding. Pirates of the Caribbean had a posted 15-minute wait, but the only wait was how long it took me to walk through the queue and board my ship. I have posted a poll to my Instagram. If you're not following us, follow along on AllEars.net, because we do polls and trivia and fun stuff to see if I should stay at the Magic Kingdom or go check out what another park's wait times look like. So waiting for that. This is how you know it's a slow day. They still have egg rolls in stock, which I talked about in my A to Z snack video, which we'll link for you. They're delicious. Right now they're pepperoni pizza flavored, but they are first come, first serve, and they are usually long gone by this time. Just wanted to give y'all some kind of generic Disney hurricane information. Keep in mind that AllEars.net is not affiliated with Disney. We're not owned by Disney. We're not part of Disney. I don't work for Disney. So anything I'm saying right now is all things Disney has come out and said, or common sense knowledge and things that have happened in the past. So Disney does not want to close the parks. Obviously, it makes money for them, and if you're coming here on vacation, they want you to be able to come and enjoy the park. So they monitor the storms very closely, and then they make a call whether or not they're going to close the parks early or not open for a certain day or things like that at as late as possible, pretty much, where it still gives you a little time to plan accordingly. But also, storms in this area are so unpredictable. Like Hurricane Dorian at one point was coming right for us, then it barely hit us. They don't know what's going to happen, so they monitor it closely. They send out updates to the cast, and then they don't actually publicly announce anything until they have made a call closer till the actual dates that it could be affected. So that's the first thing. The second thing is that Disney, if you get stuck at a hotel, like you can't fly out, Disney often will, or the parks are closed, Disney will often bring things like entertainment to the hotels. They might bring characters to your resort. They may offer special meals. Like I know during Hurricane Dorian, some of the character dining meals would have been open this morning, but they didn't have characters and therefore were offered at a much lower rate. So they'll also offer special meals that aren't quite as expensive, maybe some kind of like basics like sandwiches and things like that. There's a lot of different things Disney will do when a hurricane hits, because they want to make sure, first and foremost, that you and their staff, the cast members, safety is number one priority, and then number two is making sure you're as comfortable as possible if you get stuck here. Like the airport was closed, so you may have been stuck here. So when a hurricane is coming, make sure you call Disney as much as possible. Check their website, check AllEars, because we're going to update it as soon as Disney announces anything. And we do our best to keep you posted, but safety is everyone's number one concern, so that's what it boils down to. Brer Rabbit, Brer Bear, Horace Horse Collar just came out towards Frontierland, which makes me think a hoedown's about to happen. Oh my God, yes, yes! It's like a flash mob. Hi, Clarabelle. Oh, she's so fab. What a treat. Nothing like a little Hi, Horace. Nothing like a little hoedown throwdown in the middle of the day. What a fun treat that was. So I don't think that's scheduled. I think that just happens sometime, and that's Disney magic. People keep calling Horace Horse Collar Goofy, and I feel really bad for him because no one knows who he is. But he's Horace. Still leaving my poll up for a few more minutes about if I should go to another park, but you know what? I started the Triple Mountain Challenge, and I'm not a quitter. Big Thunder Mountain, here I come. What's the Triple Mountain Challenge? It's when you ride all three Magic Kingdom mountains in one day. Splash Mountain, Space Mountain, and Big Thunder Mountain Railroad. If you want to get real crazy, you can add in Seven Dwarfs Mine Train. And if you want to get super crazy, go to Animal Kingdom and add Expedition Everest too. But the classic mountain challenge is the three that say mountain in the name. Oh goodness. I love Big Thunder Mountain. It is so much fun, and I definitely did not wait 20 minutes. I would say it was closer to 10. Also, I was sitting on my rain jacket and the only person in my car, obviously, so I was like sliding. The people of the internet have spoken, and they would like me to go see what the wait times are like at another park. So now I have a poll up asking them which one I should go to. Basically, I don't want to decide anything. And while I'm waiting on that, I'm going to do one more thing, I think, here and check out one more wait time. So while I wait for the masses to tell me where I'm going next, I'm going into Town Square Theater because Mickey and Minnie only have a 5-minute line, which is the shortest I've ever seen it, because they're both in there together and they're both wearing their celebration outfits right now, which are very, very adorable. And usually it's like at least 30 minutes to go see them. In fact, Tinkerbell's longer than Mickey and Minnie right now. She's at 15, which is bananas. Also, they're only in their costumes for a limited time, so go see them while you can. I believe they are not together in their costumes after September 30th. But maybe they'll extend it because it's so cute. Hi, Mickey and Minnie. You look so adorable.
Sit on him, please.
I love your outfit. Do you like that? Have you had a Mickey bar today? Delicious, right? You just look so precious. Did you make that? Did you have any help? You made Mickey's too, or did he help? You so did. Oh gosh, you guys are cute. Can we take a picture? All right. Wow! Magic Kingdom, incredibly successful today. It is very, very quiet in there. I did 11 different things, actually 12 if you count that surprise hoedown, in just under like 4.5 hours. So that's pretty impressive. I got on all 3 mountains. I rode Haunted Mansion, I rode Peter Pan's Flight, I met Mickey and Minnie, and I didn't have a fast pass for any of them. So now I am just waiting until I get back to my car to see which park I'm going to next to check out those lines there. At this time, when I'm walking to my car, I want to talk about something that's very important to me. How much I hate paper straws. I bought this nice iced coffee with, of course, pumpkin spice syrup to boost my energy to go to the next park. And listen, I love the turtles. I love sea life, probably more than most, so I get it. But paper straws are horrible. I'm not getting any pumpkin spice deliciousness. I bought this 5 minutes ago. It's already disintegrated. Look at this. Look at this. There are brilliant minds out there. There has got to be a better way. I'm gonna have to buy one of those reusable ones. But then I'm gonna have to remember to wash it. Oh, this is such a first world problem. The people have spoken, and they've sent me to Disney's Animal Kingdom, which I'm very excited about because I love this park. I've actually always wanted to get my picture taken with this backdrop, but I never have because there's always a really long line. So you know what? Today that dream is coming true. Of course, the first thing I want to check when I'm here in Animal Kingdom is what the status of Pandora is. Flight of Passage, still really popular, and even though there's barely anyone here, I want to guess that it's probably still somewhat lengthy, at least compared to anything else in the park. So I'm trying to be like surprised by this and not checking my Disney experience, like just going along with the flow. Very not my style, but trying to take after Crush. Go with the flow, go with the flow. I'm sorry you're being punished by my singing. Sorry. 25 minutes. I'm gonna see if that's true. But also, I've never seen it that low, ever. No, it opens with like an hour-long wait. This is a holiday week. And I've been monitoring it. Even earlier throughout this whole Dorian thing, it had a longer wait than that. It was still upwards of an hour. Wow. Color me surprised.
New flyers loading in. 6.
So the posted time was 25 minutes, and I am now in the first chamber like 27 minutes later, so I'm impressed. So, oh, wait. Okay, got my hat on. Struggle was real for a second. I don't think I ever give Flight of Passage enough credit. I talk about it on the videos and I say it's amazing, but like, it's truly, truly amazing. Technologically, it's the best ride at Disney World and probably the best ride I've ever been on at any park. It's amazing. So if you get the chance to ride it, absolutely do. If you get the chance to ride it with a 30-minute or less wait, wow. Hashtag blessed, because that was nutso. Also, my one gripe is the reflection of you when you look down when you get on the bike and there's like the linking thing going on and you're like looking at it and then all of a sudden they show you in a camera. It is not a flattering angle. Keeping me humble, Disney. Navi River Journey has a 5-minute wait. 5. That's not a wait. That's how long it takes to go through the queue, which it's not as cool as Flight of Passage, but still, this is the newest land in Animal Kingdom, one of the newest lands in any of the parks, and I've rarely see it under half an hour. Of course, the whole family can ride it, so that has that going for it that Flight of Passage doesn't, but normally I wouldn't tell you to wait a really long time to go on it. I would tell you to use a fast pass, or if it was under like 45-ish minutes, depending on how busy the park is overall, I would tell you to ride it, but 5 minutes. You're doing yourself a disservice if you don't ride it at a 5-minute wait. So the best part of the attraction wasn't working, which is the giant animatronic of the Shaman of Song at the end. It was just a screen projecting a video of the animatronic. So like, I'm glad I didn't wait more than 5 minutes. But still, that's weird. I've never seen that. I've heard that can happen. So there you go. I don't think that has anything to do with the hurricane, but. Another thing Disney will do during a hurricane at the resorts is, I kind of talked about this earlier, but they'll sell meals that are like not fancy meals, like sandwiches and stuff, for a lot more reasonable prices than most of their food is, because they know you probably are having to stay longer than you anticipated, especially if the airport's not operating, or you know, people get stuck, unfortunately, during bad weather. So Disney will sell like sandwich kits and things like that at like more normal prices. Yay! Kilimanjaro Safari has a posted wait time of 10 minutes, but this is a really long queue, so like, hopefully that's just me walking through this really long queue. It is dusk right now. The sky is stunning, by the way. But so I'm not really sure how much I'm gonna see. Sometimes the animals go in. But I'm hoping to see a lion since it's cooler out, maybe some other things since it's cooler out and there's maybe some puddles left. I know it's dark, but I want to take this time to discuss the former versions of this attraction. So some of you may remember that at one point you had to hunt poachers because they were after Big Red and Little Red, which were elephants. And like at one point the safari guide's like, oh no, we got to get the poachers. You guys want to help? And everyone's like, hooray. And then they like have fake bullets shooting at you. And then you see Little Red in the poacher's truck, but you've saved her. And it's so great. They got rid of that, which honestly, like, animals are exciting enough. We don't need to be catching poachers. But there was actually another version that I never saw, and I only read about it recently, that they showed it at a preview, and people were like, yeah, no. And actually the poachers killed Big Red, and they had an animatronic of the dead elephant, which, come on, Disney. That's a horrible idea. That's scarring. You can Google it. There's pictures. But, I mean, I get the message. I love all these animals, and I think poachers are horrible, but like a dead animatronic elephant? Yikes. Kilimanjaro safaris at night, I mean, we saw the lions. It's the best time to see the lions. We did get to see an elephant and a rhino and a baby hippo and baby giraffes. So we did get to see a lot, but it's really hard to take pictures of anything, and a lot of things it's really hard to see because everything is kind of camouflaging in and it's dark outside. So I would say if you can only ride it once, definitely ride it during the day. I think it's such a fabulous attraction, and it's one the whole family will enjoy, and it's better in the daytime, especially in the morning, than it is at night. But if it's a night like tonight where there's no line, go on it at night, see what you're gonna see. And speaking of attractions at night, I'm now gonna go see what the wait time is at Expedition Everest, because that attraction is amazing at night. Another thing Disney is really good about doing in case of inclement weather is changing their reservation policies. So for example, there was a Mickey's Not So Scary Halloween party on September 2nd, but they let everybody know there's gonna be a modified version of the fireworks. And so what Disney will do is if you have things like party tickets or special dining reservations and you can't come because of the weather, call Disney's guest services line and talk to them. They will help you rearrange your schedule. I personally had a food and wine event booked and I wasn't sure if I was gonna be able to make it, and it was one of those where you've paid in advance and you're not supposed to be able to move it or cancel it or anything because you've already paid for it, but I called and they very graciously moved it to another day. So always check up with Disney on their website because they're gonna keep you updated. They canceled a bunch of reservations when they closed the park early yesterday, but they just let people know that they're waiving any of the cancellation fees that would normally occur, and that if you had party tickets and you can't come, you can often trade them in for another night or maybe even a night at Very Merry or something like that. So Disney's really, really good about taking care of you if you're stressed about the hurricane and you're like, oh my God, what do I do with my party tickets? Like, Disney will take care of you. Call them. Don't just let them go to waste. Call Disney Guest Services. That is what they're known for, right? Guest service. Look how awesome Everest looks at night. It's so awesome. It's so cool. That's what I'm talking about. Hello. 5 minutes. So a lot of people don't know this, but in the standby queue, you go through here because you've got to book your travel package through the expedition company, but in the regular queue, in the FastPass queue, you've already booked it, which is why you bypass all of this. That ride is so good, and it's so awesome at night because when you go through the caves, it's like pitch black. It's amazing. Ride it at night. If you ever ridden it at night, ride it at night. It's amazing. Still my favorite thrill ride in all of Walt Disney World. I might need to do it again. This one is so good. I had to do it again because you know what? There's no line. So why wouldn't I? It's just so much fun. I just met a family who's done it 6 times. Like, this never happens. So when it does, you gotta take advantage of it. If you want to see me do everything in Animal Kingdom in one day, I did a challenge where I rode every single ride, did every single animal trail, and saw every single feeder show recently in one day. That was not a day like today, an actually busy park day. So go check it out. Let me know what you think. And let me know what your favorite Animal Kingdom ride is. I was just walking out of Asia towards Dino Land because the park closes soon, but I thought maybe I'll go on one more attraction. And Rivers of Light was happening, and there's actually a beautiful view of the show from that bridge, again, between near Everest and kind of as you're walking towards Nemo. I'm sure on a normal day that people would be standing there and not seated, but if you happen to catch that view, it's actually fantastic. I only watched the last part of it, but I didn't see any alterations. It's still a little windy, so I didn't really expect it, but Disney, in cases of inclement weather and wind, may alter some of their shows. That's not just because of a hurricane, but like if it's really windy one day, then Tinkerbell may not be able to fly at Happily Ever After. Mickey may not be able to go to the top of the mountain in Fantasmic. Some things may be altered in the Festival of Fantasy Parade, like Rapunzel's hooligans hooligans. Ruffians may not be able to swing, so that is one thing that can happen in inclement weather of all kinds. Well, Dinoland is a boneyard right now. Pun very much intended, but I thought, you know what, I got 10 minutes left before the park closes, and I love the ride dinosaur, so I'm gonna go see if I can jump on it as a finale to this fabulous day. 10-minute wait, which means hopefully a walk-on. Here we go.
Hello there.
So we just got back to the dock. You made the cast and rest. We want to ride again? Only heck yeah. So I got to ride dinosaur not once, but twice. Said 10 minutes, but as you guys know by now, that means it's a walk-on. And I just adore that attraction. I think it's so scary. Like, I rode it twice and I was still like, both times. Also, make sure you always say thank you to the iguanodon at the end, because he's holding up a log that lets you go free from that Carnotaurus. So he saved your life. Thank him. So Animal Kingdom count, I did 5 different attractions, but 2 of the big ones I did twice. I also got to see the finale of Rivers of Light and get my picture taken in that cool Lion King frame. And I was here for about 2.5 hours, which it's pretty nuts to consider all I got done, considering I wrote Flight of Passage, the most popular ride in Disney World, and Kilimanjaro Safaris, and Everest twice, so yeah. Oh no, my weakness. Ears. Overall, hurricanes are very scary. They're very serious and they're very scary no matter how much fun I had today, because the park crowds are low because of a hurricane. Hurricanes are not something to be messed with. So if you have your vacation planned during a hurricane, truthfully Disney is one of the safest places you can be, but you're taking a huge gamble coming here, because the parks may be closed for more than one day. They may be closed for more than a half day. They may be closed your whole vacation and it might be pouring down rain the whole time. And that would be a pretty big bummer of a vacation. So yeah, as lucky as Orlando was and as lucky as I was today to be able to come and play and frolic in the park, I wouldn't necessarily plan to come here during a hurricane. That said, if you are planning to come here and you hear a hurricane's getting announced, don't panic and start canceling things right away, because as you can see, it can turn out to be a pretty awesome couple of days. I only showed you one day, but the parks have been kind of like this the last few days. Hopefully you found this video helpful and entertaining. I know I got to do a lot of really fun things today in just a little bit of time, which is awesome. It makes for a magical park day. If you were planning on coming and Hurricane Dorian ruined your plans, definitely let me know in the comments. If you've been here during a hurricane that had more of an impact on Disney, definitely let me know that in the comments as well. And as much as I appreciate you all taking the time to watch me and my YouTube videos, I cannot tell you how much. I'd also really appreciate it if you're able to maybe consider donating some supplies or some cash to a relief group helping out the folks in the Bahamas, because as fun as this video was to shoot, I'm very, very lucky and others were not. So if you can, donate to the Red Cross or to another nonprofit, and that can be your good deed for the day. In the meantime, friends, make sure to rate, review, subscribe to our channel, follow us on Instagram at AllEars.net, and until next time, y'all, I'm Molly, and it's been magical. Want to see more of my videos? Click over here. Want to subscribe? You can do that right here. And also, ring that notification bell to make sure you get instantly notified anytime we post a new video. Thanks for following. See you real soon.